Good evening, my beautiful feral creatures. Tonight we are going to find out what it is you need to leave behind. Things that don't support who you truly are now, don't support your greatest good or who you should become. I would do this reading sometime before March because March is the beginning of the new year. Everything starts in spring. It's mating season. It's time when animals give birth and mating and breeding happens, so that is the beginning. Dead of winter is not the beginning of anything. But I'm going to do it now so that you have enough time to prepare, to work on yourself, to let go in order for this new beginning to take shape and take form. And the reason that is really important, especially for 2026, is because that is in numerology new year. 2 plus 2 plus 6 is 10, which is a 1. And 1 is the beginning of everything. So it could be a year where you find someone, you find new friends or a partner, you get a new job, you start a new business. It's the time when you can be sure that whatever you do start could be successful. 2025 is the year of endings. It's a year 9. That is why it's important to let things go, to work, to heal, so that you shed away, especially since 2025 is the year of the snake, and snakes tend to shed their skin. This is a perfect time to shed away anything that doesn't serve you and focus your energy, your time, your mind. Everything needs to be focused on what you want to align with. So when you're focusing on things that don't serve you, you're going to get more of that. Okay, so wherever you put your focus, whatever energy you feed, that is what you're getting more of. So be careful where you put your energy in. So today we're not going to have groups. I'm going to do this as a collective reading because I find that these type of readings, they tend to repeat themselves in every group. So I just wanted to do one as a general reading. Okay, so what does the collective need to work on or leave behind? Sexuality. How interesting. Patience. And inner child. That is really interesting. Okay. Underneath we got discover your purpose. So these are the things that you need to work on. And I'm sorry for the glare. I have a neon light above. Okay. So with sexuality, that would mean healing perhaps on how you view sexuality, or maybe something that has been done to you when you were younger, right? Something you need to heal. Because if you don't have a healthy relationship with sexuality, whether that is from trauma or a bad partner or just something that either happened to you or because you misunderstand it or just didn't have a good relationship with it, of course it's going to leave a lasting sort of mark in your mind where it's bad, you don't want it. And I've noticed that many people tend to turn homosexual because of a bad experience they had with the opposite gender. When really they just need to find a better partner and not have to be with their own gender. But I just found, I'm not saying everyone does that, but I did notice that some people do that just because of some bad experiences. They automatically switch to their own gender instead of just maybe being patient or working on themselves, discovering themselves and attracting someone better that would understand them and be with them in a loving way, right? So there needs to be some sort of healing regarding sexuality. Maybe how you view it, how you approach it, what you think about it. For some, especially if it's an addiction, that needs to be worked on in order to heal. The addiction is there for a reason. It stems from something. So perhaps seeking therapy or choosing to not partake in any sexual desires, sort of like a fasting in a sense. Maybe that could sort of, and especially if you find purpose, right? Underneath you got discover your life purpose. When you find purpose in your life, whether it's little goals or a big goal, you tend to redirect your focus and you stop distracting yourself with addictions because you have this bigger thing you want to work on that excites you more than the addictions have. Okay, so healing and working on that is important. Working on your patience. So this could be patience for waiting for something that perhaps you really wanted for so long, right? Like if you wanted to finally be in a relationship, or maybe you had bad relationships and you're impatient, you want that special feeling of a love that transcends time, right? Something that's so rare in our society. Or maybe a specific job, or just something that you've been waiting on for so long. It's telling you to work on that patience. Things take a while for a reason. Okay, perhaps you're being tested. Perhaps there's still things you need to work on yourself before you get to that answer or that thing that you need or want. Maybe it's not time yet. Maybe you're not ready yet. Maybe the opportunity that you seek isn't prepared yet. Right? There's reasons why things are the way they are. But they want to let you know that you need to work on you. Remember that every decision you make on a daily basis pushes you towards some sort of outcome. And if you don't align with the outcome you want, then you'll never get there. Like I said in the beginning, focus and surround yourself with the things that you want to align with, because everything else is only a distraction. So I'll give you an example. Let's say me as an artist, right? I want to learn more about art. I want to, is it refine my skill? Is that the right word? I want to be better at what I do. But everything that I'm looking on social media is, let's say, photography, right? Or maybe I'm distracting myself with entertainment or politics, right? It's like I'm distracting myself with this thing and I'm never learning what it is I want to actually achieve. And it's only taking me further away from my desired goal. Instead, what I can do is follow other artists, engage with other artists, watch what they do. Maybe follow accounts that promote like contests and things where you can win tools that could help me with my art, right? So you have to focus and align with what it is you want, okay? And be patient. You can only control what you can control. Everything else is in the universe's hands. So just make sure that you're focused on the things that matter. Okay, now healing your inner child is very important. And for those of you where all three cards tend to align, where possibly something sexual did happen in your childhood, I need you to have patience with yourself. Don't overwhelm yourself and don't be too hard on yourself. Okay? Be kind, be patient, and heal yourself a little at a time. If you have the means, go seek therapy because it will save you years. Okay, I had to do everything on my own with no support at all, in secret, and it took me 30 years to do it. Okay, spare yourself the time and seek therapy if you need to. If you don't have the means, then talk to someone you can trust, someone who is there for you, who you know you can depend on, who knows how to listen, who knows how to have that bedside manner of sorts where not only will they give you maybe a solution, but where they'll also give you comfort, where you can feel safe with them, okay? Talk to someone, but don't waste your time or life being triggered, being unhappy, being stuck in this cycle and loop of feeling self-conscious, unworthy, shameful, guilty, even though you have done nothing wrong. Okay? So please work and try to heal this. Take it a little at a time, as much as you're comfortable with, but keep pushing. Because the other side of this is your purpose. Okay? Okay. This fell out. Move your body. So you need to be more active. Okay? Get out there. Dance, hike, depending where you are, swim, run, do cardio, work out, go to the gym, dance, whatever it is that gets your blood pumping, that makes you sweat. And I don't mean this in a sexual way, but just anything that really works out every muscle of your body. I need you to do that. Okay? You're going to feel maybe pain in the beginning because maybe your body isn't used to it, because you're working out groups of muscles that you tend to not use as much in a way, and they're getting stronger, okay? So it will be painful in the beginning, but the more you do it, the more you're going to enjoy it. It's going to be something you look forward to, something that will keep you healthy, youthful, vital, vibrant, energetic, productive, okay? So move your body and enjoy yourself outside a lot more. Okay, don't be stuck indoors, even though it's winter. If it's not that cold, even if it's a little chilly, go out and take a walk. Teach and share. Instill, instruct, educate. So I feel like this is for these people who do have some sort of trauma and stuff. It's natural that when you start healing whatever happened to you, you become the light for someone else, where those that were in the same position as you can learn from you, can see how much you improved, how much you have progressed with yourself, how much you built yourself up from where you used to be. Okay, so teaching and helping others through something can also give you the purpose you need in order to feel better about yourself. Okay, when I was going through my own depression when I was a teenager, nothing gave me a greater sense of worth than helping others through their troubles, misfortunes, and things like that. So consider that. Get into nature. Coexistence, gather, limit, waste. Yeah, for anyone at all, especially those healing from something, there's no greater place to be than nature. I've said this many times before. When you sit somewhere in nature and just observe, after 15, 20, 30 minutes, when you go to leave, you're going to feel so much better than when you came there. Because nature is relaxing. It removes stress. It helps you humble yourself. It helps you see that nothing is done with force. Nothing is done with a quick pace. Nothing is done fast. And yet everything happens on time. And that's what our society lacks currently, where everything is fast, right? Fast money, by basically selling your soul. Fast food, by basically taking in toxins and getting sick. Fast weddings that eventually leads to divorce. So anything that is fast and quick and easy never is of quality. Never. I don't care how good the opportunity is, it is never of quality. Anything of value will require work, sacrifice, and time. And I don't mean always sacrifice in a negative sense, but basically just the work you put into it. Remember that nature, everything that is natural, pure, is always of greater quality. And you can find that outside. Not indoors, not on a screen, but outside in nature. Lakes, streams, oceans, seas, rivers, forests, mountains, anything that our great mother has created will always be pure and of quality. Remember that God creates, but the devil imitates. Mankind can never ever do what nature does. They try, they create pills for it, they create lab, science experiments and all these things. They try to create anything that nature does, but it will never ever be perfection as what nature does itself. Okay? You got nature spirits, elves, fairies, rock formations. I feel like they're telling you that I hear that they're close and they're near. They speak to you with signs, visions, dreams, especially when you're out in nature. They may be surrounding you. If you feel like you're being watched, but not like in a creepy way, that could be them. I'm hearing them say that it's sometimes like if you notice that all the branches are still, except for like one branch or one leaf that is moving, that's them signaling to you they're near. And they don't mean you any harm. You don't have to be freaked out by it. They just want to let you know that, they're protecting you, they're watching you. Maybe they even want to contact and connect with you. Okay, so you just have to be open. You don't have to force anything. Just be open to it without any fear. Almost like, it's like they're telling me as if a loved one has come to you in their presence, but you can't see them. Right? That's how they want you to approach them. As if they're a loved one that is very close to your heart, because they're always watching and guiding you. They've been protecting you for so long. Okay, I'm hearing they want you to remove old structures and old habits from your life because you don't need those anymore. Some of you may be connected with certain habits because you're so used to them. But those certain things are what is being, what is toxic for you and possibly preventing your success or your future goal or something. Even people in your life could be preventing your success because when you're around them, their energy limits you. You start to act like them, behave like them, think like them, and that tends to stop the opportunities from coming in. They want you to um, be careful of your ego and the need to always be seen, um, always be like on some sort of high horse or presented in a certain way to have some sort of reputation. It's like they need you to stop doing that because that is low frequency energy. The need to be validated, seen, complimented all the time, that's low energy. You need to find worth and happiness within yourself. You don't need validation from anyone because all those people are strangers. They don't care who you are. Even if they compliment you, they're complimenting you because of some need of their own. Whether it's because they just see you as a piece of meat or they just see what you own or have, but they don't really care about you as a person. And being cared for as the soul you are is more important than just the physical features, attributes, and things like that. So you need to humble yourself and stop seeking attention. I'm still hearing letting go of old habits. I don't know, it's like maybe even procrastination. Stopping yourself from having these fears and doubts about something that you want to do. Okay, you need to let go of temporary bliss, temporary happiness, temporary, what's the word? Temporary pleasures, okay? Because they are just temporary. They're dreamy and nice in the moment, and they feel good, but they don't last. And you end up feeling broken, used, empty at the end of them, which then makes you detach, feel worse about yourself, look for something more in others, and the whole cycle repeats, right? So you need to have strength in order to heal everything you need to heal within yourself, to be whole and complete within you. I'm not saying that you'll heal 100% of yourself, because of course sometimes a new relationship, a partner, can be the very person that tends to mend pieces of you as well. But I mean, basically healing the baggage so that you don't bring it along into a new relationship. And then you end up blaming this new person for things that they didn't even do, that they're not even guilty of, just because you're still holding on to some anger, hatred, or depression from some previous relationship, right? So stop with the temporary bliss. Be strong and have patience for something that is more unique and better for you. Okay? Underneath the deck, you have the Knight of Cups. So something slow is coming to you, but it's going to be better than what you had or you used to. Okay? And maybe it is taking some time because it's more secure. It's more stable for you. Right? Like, like I said before, anything quick and fast ends fast as well, right? Same as when somebody is a daredevil and lives on the fast lane, they end up crashing. Okay, you are good enough. So don't doubt yourself. Okay, you are good enough. Stop criticizing yourself, stop overanalyzing yourself, stop thinking that you need to be more, or if you do X, Y, and Z, you're going to be better. No, you are good enough. I'm not saying you don't have to build yourself up or work on yourself. Of course, we should always keep doing that, right? We should always be in competition with ourselves. But don't be too hard on yourself. You're good enough. You're worthy. You're loved. Even if it doesn't always feel like that, trust me, you are. Okay? The world wouldn't be the same place without you. So something you guys can expect in 2026 is the healing temple of the lunar light, life cycles, energy healing, communication. So this could be a cleansing. I'm hearing a palate cleanse. It's like you've been tasting some shitty ass food either this year or for a few years now, and 2026 will be that palate cleanse that you are in need of. So this is going to be a new energy of hope, I'm hearing, of resisting bad habits and bad ways. Okay, you're going to keep track of what you're doing. You're going to be more present in the moment and know when that bad habit comes up that you're going to react a certain way, you're going to stop yourself and you're going to choose a different way. Okay? Communication is really important. And people don't seem to understand that. I've seen people online ask whether women need a clarification when, if a guy wants them to be their girlfriend. Yes, they do. Because without a communication, you can be unsure. Some people may think that it's just a fling. Some might think that this is long term and it will lead to marriage. The other person might think, they will never commit or they're not the committing type. Without clear communication in the beginning of who you are, what your intention is, where you see this heading, you have nothing. Communication is the key to everything. It is a thing that will help both parties understand where they're at, where they're going, what they want from each other, need from each other, what they're willing to, compromise on, what they're willing to change. And I'm not saying change for them, but bettering yourself, okay? Because the right partner will want you to better yourself, to be at your fullest potential. They're not going to change you to their will. They'll want to change you for your own benefit. Okay, that was a notification and a signal that this is truth. So, underneath the deck here, we got the Green Man, rising energy surge and fertility. So new beginnings. Maybe some of you will give birth next year, or conceive, or find a partner. The Green Man brings abundance. Okay, he is a god that comes from nature. Yeah. So next year could be very abundant. Just remember to choose and focus on what you want to be surrounded by. Okay, so that is all I have for you tonight. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you prefer these collective readings, I'd like to know so that I could do more of them. The pick a card ones tend to last a lot longer and take a lot more time. So if you do like these ones, just comment below and tell me. And remember to check out the links down below where you can follow me on my socials, support me, and also don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you wish to see more future videos. So I will see you guys next time.